got paperwork. What are you up to?
Pardon?
What are you up to?
Look, had a few days off.
Good for you.
And
What, you couldn't be bothered shaving? What's
I
going
wasn't
on?
expecting to come out today. I expected to come in, have a little tidy up a couple of things and start working. There's someone over there, I was just some boots.
Oh no, they're just boots.
Look, the only reason I'm here is you can see we've obviously got some CCTV cameras there. Not that we didn't have any anyway. There are cameras around.
Yeah.
But I've been told that maybe some people are camping here overnight. I don't know.
Camping. You know we don't camp, right?
Sleeping in vehicles.
Yeah, we sleep in vehicles.
Oh, you and I both know
Yes,
that's
we have slept in vehicles here.
sleeping in
Because we
vehicles is
can't
not a
really
criminal offence.
Why can't you leave?
Because they have given people fines so they can't drive anywhere.
So,
You were a part of that.
look,
The pre-Christmas cooker blitz.
I don't know if it was a blitz. It was just the fact that all of a sudden it
2
came
days,
up,
2 days in a row you set
Yeah,
up
yeah.
over each.
I was here the second day. Yeah. But it came up that there's a fair few people hadn't paid fines, so they didn't have licences. So it's pretty obvious that this is the one place we're going to catch people at, right?
Right.
Because they all come here at the same time.
I'm not disputing that, but you're saying sleep in your car is not a criminal offence, but you're saying camping is.
No, that's
That's a marquee.
That's a camp. That's set up camp, right?
That looks like shelter.
That looks like a camp to me.
If I lift up my tailgate, that's shelter. You're going to do me for camping?
Anyway, just so you know.
Are you serving someone?
Just
Has
so
that
you
got
know.
names on it?
No, it doesn't have any names. This is the legislation.
Right. What the?
A person commits an offence if a person camps on unleased national land and the camping is not authorised. No, not authorised by permit.
Yeah. But what we're saying here, which
Is
we're
okay.
not camping. It's like,
Okay, but you are staying here.
you serving me?
No, I didn't get it.
You're serving court.
Sorry, you want a bit? You want a?
A copy of the legislation.
All I'm giving you is the legislation. So.
Oh, but you can't determine the difference between sleeping in the car and camping? Or are you saying that sleeping in the car is camping?
Well, I'm saying that sleeping in the car for a pull over at a rest stop, sleep in the car, get some rest, keep driving, I'm camping.
Right.
Sleep in same place night after night.
Right.
I'm camping.
There you go.
He's
So-
sleeping in the same place night after night, don't you agree?
Yeah.
He's at home in the
Yeah.
same place, isn't it?
Do you go home and get in, do your thing, get into the bedroom, then go camping?
No.
Are you sure? Because it kind of sounds like you do.
I'm allowed to camp at my house.
So you are camping in your bedroom then?
Can I give you one of them
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I know. I've seen this before.
Yeah, well then you should understand we are allowed to sleep. We're in a legal car park and we are allowed to sleep in our cars. We are to serve
Fact
no
sheet
one.
It is
13.
not illegal to sleep in your car
That's correct. It is not illegal to sleep in your car.
Yeah, that's-
or live in your car.
That's
Live.
correct.
If
Live.
you are not causing a disturbance and are legally parked on a public road when police are not required to move you
I like those words.
when can you be asked to move on? If by sleeping in your car you are reasonably causing someone else to fear for their safety.
No. There's no one here.
You put us up in motels.
This is
as
an
well.
empty space. Oh, Corey, can I ask you, where did this come from?
That comes from street law.
I've seen this. But
Street law.
do you mind if I keep it?
You can keep that.
Or I can take a picture of it.
You can take a picture of it. You can keep it if you need to. Most people have got pockets.
People have showed it to me that many times.
And now you finally want to take a photo of it.
No, I just don't have a...
But what is what's this? Is this a government, a community service?
This is some Canberra Community Law Group.
Okay.
Anyway, I slightly disagreed with this, but
Wouldn't it be easier if you
happy
just?
to be proven wrong.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be easier for you to just talk to the ACT prosecutor and say, you want to do these dudes for what they're doing, and then come down here with 20 odd cops and then do assault?
I'm not coming down here with 20 odd cops.
Yeah, but
I'm
wouldn't
coming down here
it
by
be-
myself to let you know.
Say, are you?
To let you know, but you know that might be the next step. But I'm not preempting that. I'm here for a few days and I'm going on leave, mate.
Well, as you know, the problem is now we have people that cannot drive their cars, and we need to be here every day
Unlicensed.
for our protesting, our legal right to
So
protest.
there's people that can't drive their cars because they haven't paid some parking fines.
And we're trying to get them sorted out right now.
From what I've seen is someone showed me like some of them have been paid. So like,
Some of them have been paid, but not all of them.
yeah. Okay. Do you have that issue or?
I don't have that issue.
No.
Well, probably the only issue I have is the fact that I won't let anyone stick anything in my mouth. I take no drugs, I don't do anything wrong, but no one's sticking anything in my mouth, no one's sticking anything in my body. I've offered to give urine tests, I've offered to spit in the cup.
Yeah.
They're not happy with that, but
Yeah.
I'm not ever having anyone
Never
put anything
been
in
raped
my
by
mouth.
whatever could be on that lick thing either, Grant, ever. That's rape. Wanting us to put something in our body.
Definitely not
A
right.
That's the
urine
definition
test,
of
urine
rape,
test
Grant,
works
but-
fine for me on every job
Same
site
thing.
I'm in. So
But-
a urine test works fine for every job site I'm on working wise.
Yeah.
I don't take drugs. I haven't smoked weed in over 10
So you
years.
understand that the police wouldn't
Yeah,
turn up the
right,
road and say,
yeah, yeah,
please
yeah.
piss into a cup.
Well, when they take me to the station,
yeah,
let me
but
piss in a
our
cup.
legislation only has one
I'm
thing, and
not
that's
sticking anything in my mouth. Never stick anything in my
Neither
mouth.
will I.
I'm not gay.
No. Anyway,
So,
all I'm coming here to do is
Yeah.
say, for one, that looks a bit like a gam site over there.
We just put a gazebo up so we don't get sunburnt while we're sitting here enjoying
all
our
wet.
day.
There's
all
a
wet.
camper trailer attached to a bag
It's
of
not a
it.
camp trailer, it's a work trailer.
yeah, it looks like a work trailer to me. Looks like it's got a toolbox, doesn't it? Look at it, it's got a
Someone's even showed me a
toolbox.
bed in the back of it on a video, so it's like...
Bastards.
I don't watch the videos every day, but someone has shown me that there's a bed in there.
We know
so-
you do.
Oh man, if I watch your video, like...
My video, I don't have any.
It's the best view in it.
How many weeks are you doing leave? How long are you going
I
for?
go for a week.
Come on, bro. You can do better than that.
Yeah. Haven't seen you for a while, boy.
Oh, it's-
We can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, well, I went home for a week.
Okay. You can go, like...
I can go? Oh, thank fuck.
I don't know what each person's here status for driving is, but I know, for instance, that car is registered.
Yes, we know it's registered. It's been
So
registered.
that
yes.
car can...
The problem is he can't drive it at this point. He still has one fine he hasn't been able to sort out
Oh, why that? You know?
because he can't work out how to sort it fine. If he could pay it, if he could work out how to do it, he would do it. But he's been trying to get through it. But he's one fine he can't get sorted.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't know where it's under, who it's under, but he's still got one fine he's got to get
Yeah,
through.
okay. Because someone showed me that on the way down. It looked like he paid 2, but... there's
He's paid
one.
more than 2, but
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
but he still can't drive.
Alright.
Most people have got things sorted out. There's only a couple that haven't finished everything off. But at this point, if we leave here, you're going to set up another raid here, and we're going to get the same problem coming in here, and then we're going to go down to the station, cost people money, cost people time. So it's safe for us to stay in a legal car park where we sleep safely in our cars with no problems than it is for us to leave and get arrested again. Because we don't want to be arrested. None of us want to be arrested. We're peaceful people. We don't want problems. We just need to do what we do every day here because it's the only place we can do it. So we can't leave. You've made it so we can't leave. And we thank you for putting the CCTV up here because now we feel safe. We feel that no one can attack us or do anything to us because now we have a camera watching us all day, which keeps us safe. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Alright,
All right.
thank you.
We don't cause any problems. Most of the people that come past here, we get people, some people abuse us, we don't abuse them. We're friendly and happy. A lot of people agree with what we're doing here. We don't cause problems, Grant. You should know by now.
Yeah, you even said in your own legislation that we're if they're harassing people or causing
We're not
fear
harassing
or.
anyone, we're not
No,
causing
that was
fear
in
to
your-
anyone.
Oh, but yeah, that's a good guideline though.
Did anyone want this so you've got it?
I've already got it. We've got a copy here.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Is that ACT or is that Commonwealth?
So,
Under the 1901 Constitution.
Unleased land.
Unleased Lands Ordinance, but it's...
2022. Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah.
If it's
Well,
Wait till you bring the next year's
Well,
one.
It's updated.
It's after 70
Exactly. Wait till a couple more months and it'll be fucking
We'll agree to disagree on that one, but anyway.
If you really looked at what happened in our constitution over the last 120 years, you would understand why we say these things. I'm not anti-government. I'm completely for the government, but it should have been done lawfully when it was changed. We need government, we need rules, we need control. I understand all these things, but it should have been done with referendums and done properly. Right now, there is no Crown. There is no Commonwealth. We lost our Crown and Commonwealth under the '86 Australia Act. As soon as we got the fake fictitious Queen of Australia, there's no such thing.
You know, she's not here anymore anyway.
No, the Queen of Australia, not the Queen of England, the Queen of Australia. It's a fake thing. We've had phone calls through to that building across the water there, who they admit, no, there is no such person as the Queen of Australia. That's just a name on some paperwork. So no one actually signs anyone over. Nothing actually gets signed in properly. We don't have a legitimate Governor General. If you looked at all our constitution, everything that's happened over the last 120 years, you would understand. We have educated ourselves over the last 3 years. We were too busy working professional roles, doing our lives, trying to live, trying to bring our children up, do all those things beforehand. That's why what has happened in the last.
Is life better now or then?
After.
Life better now?
Well, right now we don't have a life because we're here trying to make the world better for.
Go back to the. It sounds like you had pretty good lives before.
There is no going back to what happens.
Not when you know about all these things, you can't accept it.
If you can accept children getting raped every day, then I'm sorry.
I can't accept that, but
you don't do anything about it. Right now we know there's a problem, so we are here trying to
Grant,
make a world.
you're in a car park talking about illegal camping.
And you're not worried about pedophiles fucking children.
You're in an empty car park.
But I am worried about it. I am worried about it.
Do you think this is my fucking job?
We have.
Do you think
we have
this is my
teams to
job?
investigate that, and victims that come forward, and
Victims come forward. What happens with those victims?
And I have investigated that in the past. It was my job in the past. So I'm a detective.
And what do they do? What do they do? What happens to those victim statements? They get suppressed.
And what has
Well, the victim statements often get suppressed to protect the victim.
Exactly.
But no one gets charged.
So if the victim's suppressed, that means the offender's suppressed.
No.
Yes.
No, there's plenty of people who are locked up in prison.
Yeah, but the whole thing is suppressed.
Small, low-level people.
All the findings and all the specifics,
Well, no,
the details.
Often to protect the victim.
No.
But
Often.
the victims are not even
The victims
allowed to talk about.
I've spoken to a lot of victims that want something done and nothing
The
happens.
victims would like to be whistleblowers.
And the
Don't worry
victims
about
that do try and speak out, they get smashed by prosecutors in the courtroom, and then they're too scared to speak up again.
I'm not going to disagree. It's not a perfect system.
I know.
I'm not going to
That's
disagree with
official
that.
gag order.
But when you guys like the witness statement I got, the statement of facts I got from me being arrested the other day, it says straight away I'm anti-establishment. I'm not anti-establishment. Right now you're putting stuff in that stuff to try and make me look like a domestic terrorism. That's not me. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want anything bad in the world. And I'm not against the establishment. I just want the problem with the establishment fixed. We need a government, as I keep saying.
Yeah, well, it's a.
But when you guys call me a domestic terrorist, is that so you can arrest me whenever you want?
I don't think anyone's ever called you a domestic terrorist, as far as I know.
Canberra
When I
Times
look at
did.
my statement of facts, right there,
I
they
haven't
are putting
read
these
your
they are
statement of
putting these words in my statement of facts to try and make me look like that. Do you want me to show it to you?
A magistrate will see through that, and it's just the facts. I think, from my memory of you, the only one thing is that you didn't agree to drug screening, and that's it.
The problem is, no, I did not. No, I did not. I said I would take a drug screening.
No,
I
you
said
didn't
you will
agree
not.
to it by
I will
that
not.
fashion.
No, I will not put something in my mouth. That's totally different. So I have not said I will not take a drug test. I want a drug test. I'm quite happy to give you a drug test any day of the week, but I'm not sticking anything in my mouth.
Yeah.
Which makes a problem for me, because if I drive down the road, now I right now have bail conditions that say I have to agree to have a drug test. And so again, I'm not going to stick anything in my mouth.
Well, what about if you left the ACT?
Have I fixed the problem I came here for, Grant?
Well, I don't think there's a problem you came here for, but anyway.
What? There's no problem. You just said the judicial system's not perfect.
Yeah, it's not perfect. But
So
yelling at the Governor General isn't the.
he's the top of the ladder, isn't he?
What about
I yelled
Trace
at
Tame and people like that are doing really legitimate work in this area?
Don't take the piss. Come on. That's not. Come on, man. Be serious.
You want to look at some real witness people. Don't talk about her. Talk about some real people that have really been victimised.
Well, who are you talking about? Like,
Children.
like there's one that actually is public and is.
There's lots of the
Campaigning
public.
for
They
it.
talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We've had people on this lawn accusing these people of what they've done to them. And you won't listen to them. They've made so many statements to the police. What do? Nothing.
Well, we don't charge people about evidence.
There is evidence. That's what.
Didn't you charge
That's what we
Bruce
ask for
Loman?
every day. For you to release the suppression orders to look at the evidence that they did the police investigation on. That's what we ask for every day. That would fix a lot of problems really quickly.
But it's clearly, it's been going a year. It's clearly not going to happen now, right? Like I don't even know if that stuff exists for one. So
So what? Bill Heffernan just had all this fake paperwork.
Bill Heffernan got up there on the parliamentary privilege and said some stuff.
He
Like
said a lot of things.
Yeah.
that's all I know.
The problem is this has all been happening since.
He's just some
Since
elected official,
97.
mate.
Have you ever looked
It
at the Wood
was.
Royal Commission?
The Wood
Wood.
Royal Commission?
The pedophile inquiry?
No. Well, I haven't, because what you're talking about, I don't even know exists. But I have,
Definitely.
The Wood Royal Commission exists.
yes. I'm not disagreeing with
And
you.
the findings exist as well.
I'm not disagreeing with you. But I haven't read the whole
No,
Wood Royal
no,
Commission.
even just had a glance. I haven't read that one. I
It's
glanced.
not woods, it's wood.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I know. I get it wrong all the time.
There's a whole section of police service inquiry, and then there's a whole pedophile inquiry, because it was so, the evidence that was coming through
But the
was
Wood
so
Royal Commission was
Wood.
into
police.
police corruption.
And
yeah,
as
we
they
know.
were going into the corruption of the police, the day-to-days, they were finding out they were running a pedophile protection racket for prominent Australians.
Well,
Does that make sense?
I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
wouldn't it also make sense if you were getting accused of corruption, you'd throw some shade at someone else and say,
Well, that's true.
So what? The
Yeah.
AFP officer that did that job did a really
I
shit
don't
job.
know
Is that what
anything.
you're
I don't
saying?
know anything about
Do you know how many
it,
people killed themselves after that investigation?
Lots of cops did.
There was a couple of judges and there was a lot of cops that killed themselves after that evidence. But did they kill
I don't
themselves or did someone knock them on the head to hide that evidence?
I don't know anything about that stuff.
That's right. We can
Not
only
gonna-
fix little
Not going to
problems.
pretend to know anything about it. Yeah.
Is your-
Obviously, I'm not changing any.
Is that
this,
on?
this is recording because you're recording me, mate.
Why is that beeping? Like, is that just
It just
saying?
records.
Just to let you
Just
know
every
it's
now and
recorded.
again.
I can turn it off if you want.
No,
No,
we're
I'm
happy to
happy.
have it on. It's for our safety as well, Grant. We
Why does it say
understand that.
dirty? Is that just dust?
It's dirty because I worked at the what do you call it, when they had the public viewing of a World Cup match against Argentina.
Right.
In Civic there
In
somewhere.
Civic,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
and then there's people letting off flares all over the place, and I was like
you arrest
dragging them
them?
out.
Oh.
Yes, and
Did you bring
some
Lizzie
flare got on
Swain?
me.
Did you bring Lizzie Swain? Is that Lizzie Swain?
Oh, I have my radio off. I don't know who this is.
No,
Oh, you're out of
made
context.
the Times, the news.
Pardon?
Made the news when you're in there amongst them all. The flares are
Oh,
going
really?
off, and I've seen it somewhere.
So was that flare dust?
Yeah.
Why is it green? Isn't it supposed to be red?
Get different coloured flares.
Yeah, right.
It's a smoke one.
Is
I
that-
see who this is.
Is that your boss?
That's your post on.
Actually, you're an inspector. So what's the outcome?
Pardon?
What's the outcome?
He's, I don't know what he's
Because he wouldn't reply on the radio, he could have been in danger. So they had to come in and make sure he was okay.
Oh, come on, Grant.
That's not Grant, that's procedure, which is what you got to
No, I
do.
mean, like, he turned the radio off.
Yeah, that was
So you can talk to us.
stupid.
Well, wait, is someone, are you willing, is someone watching out, or is it just being recorded?
It's been recorded. No, I'm watching it 24/7.
Do you have access to it at Watch
Can
House?
we power up off the generator if we need to charge something?
There is a, I think there's a 3-phase plug out of it. I think.
We'll log on to the address in your alarm alert to meet the Deputy High Commissioner.
Oh,
Anyway,
Deputy High Commissioner. Yeah, I've got to go to Yarramala, meet the Deputy High Commissioner. So
Okay.
I forgot the address. What was the address on that?
All right.
So what do you reckon? Are you just on today, or are you on till later on? When do you finish? You just called me a sovereign. Did you just say sovereign?
Sovereign citizen.
There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. Do you understand that?
Oh, there's no sovereign citizens here. It's all good. There's no sovereign citizens. We're all good.
I'm just showing him a bit of legislation around about camping here. Just arguing that could be, looks like a campsite to me.
That only stays up to keep the sun off him.
Anyway, I'm going to be working with the good inspector here tomorrow night. So
Oh, we've got to move on.
You're going to watch the fireworks?
So you're saying you're not coming back here tomorrow?
Well, not unless you guys cause trouble.
Yeah, well you just
We
read
didn't
it.
Cause trouble.
Cause fear or harm. Well, this place is empty except for us.
Yeah, okay.
There's no fear or alarm here.
Where's the fireworks tomorrow?
On Central and Eastern Basin. So
Probably
Central
same for me.
Basin is where between the two bridges,
Mm.
and Eastern Basin's the one over Kingston.
Yeah, right.
So people shouldn't be coming here. But there might be a couple of there or something. Anyway, anyone else want a coffee?
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm good.
Thanks, Vaughan. All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Make sure you help them out with the 2023 update version. Make it a bit more clearer. Less confusion, I
The
reckon.
last one was like 1913, so
Can you, what about you? Like, can you see the difference between someone sleeping in their car and setting up a campsite? There's got to be a,
turning this off now.
that's alright. Do you see a difference?
No. Camp is camp.
So, once again, you go home, you get into bed and you go camping?
In a place where I'm allowed to, and I
You're-
own a
you're
place
permitted to camp in your bedroom?
not in a public spot, mate.
I've been known to camp before.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
But there are places there are camping spots, designated camping spots where everyone else.
we've had a 22-minute conversation with Grant, so I don't think there's need to go over it and over and over again.
Okay.
Anyway, have a good night, day.
Go on.
Have a good one.